Apples in the dash and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Young Closer Podcast. It's your host, Jacob Hagerman. Guys, make sure you know what to do. Follow me on Instagram at The Real Young Closer.
And I am actually the real young closer, Ryan Rasmussen. Follow me at the Big Ryee.
He's 45, balding.
This is by choice, though, folks. This is by choice.
This is by choice. That's what all guys who say who ain't got a nice little setup.
Hey, I think when you shave your head, I really believe, guys, this is tip number one on this podcast. When you shave your head, your sales go up. Your closing ratio goes up. I don't know why. People trust a bald-headed guy more, I think.
I mean, I trust Andy. I trust you.
There you go.
I mean, you're 2 for 2.
So shave your head, folks. Don't be afraid. Let it go.
I don't know. We've met some bald people that were untrustworthy.
Yeah, we definitely have. So who knows?
Yeah. So you know what? Maybe the statistics are just you have to be blind to data in that one. It's ambiguous data, and we're just gonna make it play in our favor.
Yep.
But no, me and Ryan, we wanted to just kind of talk about as 2025 starts to get underway. What are we 9 days in?
Isn't that crazy? 2025.
It's ridiculous.
Jacob, right now we are as close to the year 2000. You weren't even born yet.
I was.
In
born.
The year 2000. Well, Joey wasn't born in 2000 yet.
No,
Literally,
Joey was born in like 2005.
That's crazy, bro.
Were you born in 2005?
Yeah, 2005.
All right.
No
Dude,
way.
Hey, we're gonna make Joey or Jamie. Hey, Jamie, will you pull that up?
But no, we're closer to the year. We're just as close to the year 2000 as we are to the year 2050. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, dude. In 25 years, man, you're gonna be old and decrepit. Joey's
Be
gonna
my
be just hitting his heyday,
mid-50s.
dude.
Man.
Golly.
So we're talking about what's going on, what's happening in 2025.
Well, I mean, we're 9 days into 2025 now, and the one thing that I want to be able to talk about is number one, like obviously like sales, business, entrepreneurship, but I think that there's so many people over the past couple of years that either they made crazy COVID money and it was false, it wasn't real money, and so you had these young cats getting in these industries. You walk in, just start making crazy money that we just all know it wasn't earned. It was just given to them by the market and the way that it was played. And now we're getting into a new season of sales where you actually have to have some skill set, where you actually have to have a little bit of, follow up. You have to have some tenacity. You got to be able to push through and know. Instead of it being like, hey, you want this X, Y, and Z product? Well, I'm the only one in a 500-mile radius that has it, so you're going to pay my pricing.
Yep.
Now it's
Order takers.
Yeah, exactly. Order takers at McDonald's. And now it's, hey, I've got 50 options from the consumer's perspective to where now it's, hey, let the best man win. Or it's either you're going to make all your money by being able to have salesmanship, be able to hold gross, be able to actually close deals, or you're just going to be that one person who's out there just racing to the bottom when it comes to pricing on whether it's your house, your car, real estate mortgage, whatever it turns into, whatever product you're selling. And so I think 2025 is going to be the year of exposure is what I've been calling it.
Hey, and in some places that gets you 5 years in jail.
And in Vegas, that'll just get you a pat on the back. But I think it's the year of exposure because, over the past years, like, as we say with COVID money, and a sub-average person was making top 1% money, and now it's okay. Well, here's real market, here's real numbers. The best leaders are going to get exposed as being the great leaders, and they're going to lead their organizations to higher successes than everybody else, and they'll be not cast aside, but they'll stand out. And so they're going to be exposed in the good ways and the bad. The better salespeople are going to continue making the money that they've made over the past couple of years. They're not going to be taking a haircut in these new markets. And the guys who were making, funny money that they didn't earn or deserve, well, they're going to be exposed as well.
So what if I'm a brand new sales guy? Because this is the Young Closer podcast. I have a feeling we have some young cats looking to get into sales, get better.
Yeah.
If I'm new into sales, I have no experience. I'm never did sales before. I'm 18. I'm 25. I'm 40. I never sold anything. I have no history in sales. I don't know what COVID was like. I don't know what Trump's reign was like. Well, now I'm gonna know this year, but I didn't know any of that. I'm brand new. What qualities are we gonna need, and what am I gonna need to expect going into this year?
Number one, I think over everything, I think it's going to come down to a form of like, hey, how coachable are you? Like if you have a pen and paper, which you should. If
you don't have a pen and paper, I'm going to find out. I'm going to track your IP address. Me and Jacob are going to fly to your home and put you in a headlock for success, if you don't have something to write with and you're listening to this right now. I mean that. Because we have that technology. It's been proven.
It's been proven. AI.
Yeah.
And well, so number one, right down at the top of your paper, is being coachable. Like if you're going to get into sales, let's say it's day one. Okay, you're going to see on the board, you're going to see who's the top producers. You're going to see who's the best managers. Like you can just tell pretty much by the way you look at them. Like some are going to be from ivory tower telling you how to go do the job, and others are going to be in the front line in the trenches with you. And so your leaders and your peers who are in that same position as you, you're going to see who's killing it. You're going to know just by asking a couple of easy questions in your company and be like, hey, who's the top guy here? And for the people who are going to want to win at the top levels, like you just need to be able to, number one, watch them. So it's a form of observation. So you'll see who's doing it. Observation, imitation. So then we'll be like, okay, well, let's say you're the number one car salesman. And I see that you're making, 50 phone calls, before lunch. You're setting 10, 15 appointments every single day. Your calendar's stacked. I see that, you're posting on social media. You're greeting your customers with a great experience. If I can see that and imitate it, is there any reason why I can't have the success? No. And so that coachability factor is going to be everything because you got to compress time frames. Like in this year, if you're going to make great money, you can't just walk into an industry and expect to be, making hundreds of thousands of dollars with no skill set, no experience. And so there's going to be people who are already doing it who could help shorten that newness factor of you, like that.
Well, I think too, another quality, because we always talk about like making the dials, shaking the hands, smiling, having the good attitude, working hard, work. That stuff is great, but people do that stuff sometimes and they still don't get the result they want. I know a lot of guys that work really hard. They show up late, or they don't show up late. They show up early. They stay late. They do the work, but they're not getting the result. Another quality I think that's really important, especially this year, is people that are able to self-identify like the things that aren't working and getting creative and changing it. Because look, if you're like Jacob, if you're going to the office for a month straight and you're working your tail off, right, and you're getting no result, and you just kept doing that, that'd be kind of dumb, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people that do that.
It's the definition of insanity.
But like when you have a bad day, or there's really no bad days, but you notice, hey, today I didn't play my best. Well, tomorrow you're probably going to change something. You're probably going to switch and experiment. And I think not enough salespeople are willing to get creative and like try. I'm not saying totally get off the sales process that they have.
Yeah, don't turn into a cowboy.
I was talking to a guy today. He's like, man, I've been calling all these people and no one's picking up. I'm like, well, did you try FaceTiming them? Oh, I never thought of that. Yeah. I'm like, did you try looking up their name on LinkedIn and then connecting their area code of their phone number with where they live and finding that person on social medias and sending them a DM? I mean, we're just trying to contact the person that reached out to us.
Yeah, using a different modality.
Yeah, and it's the same process. Either way, we're going to get a hold of them. But it's like, what depth have you gone? I think that's where a lot of new salespeople are like, hey, boss, I'm making the call. I'm doing this. I'm doing everything you're saying to do, and I'm not getting the result. But they're doing it almost so to T, it's not working because like a real sales pro, they're always like, they're following the process, but they're willing to like switch things up and do different things. Deviate, but also stay on track so that way everything runs smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I think with enough, like let's say, like Ryan, I like that, being able to like self-identify what works, what doesn't, is like, let's say you're in the car business. I think this is an industry that everybody knows. Okay, you go there, you say, I'm going to dial this one list for the next 7 days. And for the next 7 days, that's all you did is you show up. From the moment you walk in to the moment you leave, you dial one list. Well, if it didn't get you any appointments, and if it didn't get you any deals, and if it didn't get you any type of sales conversation, well, I'm going to tell you one of two things. Number one, the list is just obviously out-of-market buyers, or it's, okay, now what am I saying in the sales process? Which I just simply don't believe that you can do that much outbound work and not get some interest. It goes immediately to, okay, it's not the data, it's not the list, it's what are you saying? How are we following up? Are you getting them interested? And then from there, it's like, okay, now it's a skill set problem. Now we can go listen to the calls and go, okay, well, hey, you're not generating any interest. You're asking bad questions and people are hanging up on you. Well, yeah, of course the list seems bad, but it's the skill set.
Well, I mean, and you and I have done a lot of this, but like we go into a car dealership, for example, and like we're like, hey, give us a list, and everyone's like, hey, we've called that list 10 times. That list sucks. And then we start calling all of a sudden.
Well, tell them about the story of because I just for my automotive Monday that I did literally on this Monday.
On Monday.
Yeah, on Monday. Wow. this Monday. It feels like it was 2 weeks ago. But so
Hey, and guys, if you're in the automotive space watching this, you need to reach out to Jacob. Just hit him up on Instagram or text him if you have his number, whatever. Get on the Monday through Friday automotive morning calls. They are freaking amazing. Like, seriously, get on them.
Yeah, we're dropping crazy value. And so, we're talking sales, leadership, talking BDC, phone calls, social media, and for all my finance directors and managers, also some finance with some back-end products. And so, and then also I got a little, actually, yeah, I have a meeting with somebody tomorrow. Me, Andy, and the twins are going to be meeting a gentleman. I'm not going to name names because if the meeting goes well.
It is not P. Diddy. We know that.
It is not Diddy, okay?
No Diddy.
Because at the end of the day, I don't know how he'd be able to help with service and parts.
He's good on back end, I guess. That's what they say. But anyways, back to the story.
Bro, wait, we gotta get
That's funny.
Just leave. We're gonna leave it in, dude.
That's funny as hell.
We're totally gonna leave it in. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Well,
I'm quick with it, son. But no, back to the list story with the calling
with Chris Taylor.
Yeah, Chris Taylor. He's our boy. But anyways, I'm
gonna let you tell the story.
All right. See, Jacob's just behooved by himself right now. But anyways, me and Jacob, we go to a store. We're training him, and we kind of train all day. We're kind of like, hey, instead of training, let's go do some real live action because we like live action because we can talk all we want, but I want to close a deal, right? So we're like, hey, give us a couple paper lists because that's just the way we operate. I don't want to dial out of a computer. Although if your company has a CRM where you're supposed to dial out of the computer, dial out of it because that data is really important and that's just the way to do things. But we're dialing off a list of just numbers. There wasn't even that many names, really. And we're just calling. And everybody in the store was like, we've called that list 1 billion times. That list sucks. Like, you guys don't want to call that. That's a bad list. And we're like, whatever, we'll try it. We ended up booking, it
was 70 appointments in 3 hours between the two of us.
Yeah, it was just a ridiculous amount. And I think we sold like 2 or 3 or 4 cars that day, right? Or it was at least 2, I know. It was that lady and her friend.
We sold 3 cars.
3 cars.
And her friends and another lady. I wish I could remember the name, but it was last February when we were up there. But literally stopped everything that they were doing that day and drove up to the dealership to come see Ryan and myself. And I think we sold the Durango RT, that white one. That was our demo.
The Durango,
And then her I think was it her sister?
Yeah,
her
something.
sister, what's her name?
I have no idea.
The sales girl.
I don't even remember.
Leah.
Okay.
And then Leah sold the sister while we're working 2 simultaneous deals. So we sold her the Durango. Her sister bought another car, and then another lady came in that was just like kind of a subprime credit opportunity, and we were able to get the trade bought from there. Just be able to, get the deal done, make it super easy. Yeah, JD's calling. Come on, JD.
It's our boy.
Yeah, I know it's our boy. But the deal is with those 70 appointments that we set. Everybody was saying like, oh man, that list, dude, we've already called that list like 4 or 5 times. And it's like, okay, cool. Me and Ryan get on the phone and just with a different skill set, with a different approach, with a different mindset towards the list, walked away with, one of, I think actually still to this day, me and you hold the record for certified auto brokers in Grand.
Well, and I think what a lot of that is, it's not even skill. I mean, it is skill, but a lot of it is psychology. Like, I think 80% of all just life, not even sales, but life is 80% psychology, 20% strategy, 20% skill. And that 20%, super important. Like, if you ain't got that, you're going to notice. But going into the calls thinking, this list is great. This list is awesome. Even though it's been called, we don't really, I don't know. This is our first or second day in the dealership. This is all new to us. We don't even know the names of cities. Like, people are, I live in over here. We're like, oh, you're super close. I have no idea where that city's at.
40 minutes away.
But the psychology of it is it really important. I think another big thing that salespeople need to really master in 2025 is the mind. I know we talk about mindset. It sounds corny, but man, I'm really sold on the fact that it's really about what you think going into a call. It's what you think going into a presentation. It's going into how you follow up things, how business is. It's a lot of just how you think. It's just so crazy, man. But it's the deal. It is the deal. If you ain't got the mind in it, you're going to be one of those guys that just never gets it, I think.
I'm agree with you there. Just coachability, being able to self-identify problems and also having that can-do attitude and mindset. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many times where, somebody be like, man, this person ain't going to do this. And then somebody with like a problem-solving, mindset is just like, okay, well, let me get on the phone with them. Let me just confirm. And then Next thing you know, 10 minutes later, you set an appointment, for them to come down the literal next day, and they do business and they transact. And I think a lot of it is just we just get in our own ways way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. Like, I like looking at things from the client experience. It's, it's like, how good is my skill set, right? And also, how am I hindering the client from being able to actually do business with us? Like, let's just take, in the car sales world, or anybody who makes outbound phone calls for appointments, or, you know what I mean, to, insurance, real estate, door-to-door solar, whatever it might be. Like, you're picking up the phone, and the client, if they're talking to you past 40 seconds, they gotta be a little bit interested. And it's like,
Right.
How long does the call go before the client is either just going to disqualify themselves, or are we going to make it to where it's easy for them to be like, yeah, I want more information. Well, once we get to that more information, like, how fast can we deliver on the deliverables? It's like, okay, well, here's what it costs. Here's how we're going to be able to deliver it to you. This is what we need out of you, and this is the time frame. Like, how long does it take for us to get to that portion of the deal from hello? And so I feel like we're missing more deals just because of the lack of awareness where we're at in the sales process, which mean all we do all day is we're on phone calls, we're on Zooms, we're talking in public, we're speaking on stages. And when we pick up a phone and we're calling just some average, normal American who's looking to purchase a vehicle, we're going, this phone call is going to be 6 minutes long. Like, I'm going to have this guy wowed in the first 40 seconds, and then I'm going to figure out, what does he drive? Where does he live? Tell me about your family. 90% of the sales call is about the client, not even what he wants. Yeah. So then that way he knows I'm the right person to do business with, because 10% of the transaction and selling the appointment is like, okay, cool. Like, if you have the trust in me, I have the trust in you. You'll trust to give me that hour and a half of your life that you'll never get back. So then that way we can share a common goal, which is to sell you a car and you buy one. Easy. And yeah. I think most salespeople, they just overcomplicate it. And in reality, I think it's very complex to make things look simple, which is why like what's up?
Yeah, you're right.
It's very complicated and complex to make things look simple. Like, if you look at Andy, he's running, the entire Elliott group with, the 130 employees that we have. Like, Andy makes it look easy. From my perspective, still, Andy makes it look easy. But I guarantee you, it's every day being a firefighter putting out fires.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. It's like, there's just levels, man. Like, like, it's never, you think you're going to, start making all this money and life's going to be super easy and laid back and chill. No, it's going to be crazier.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the complexity you're talking about. It looks simple, it looks easy, but actually it's pretty freaking hard. That's why not too many people can endure that for long periods of time. And that's really what ultimately most successful people were able to do, is just like, hey, I was able to eat dirt for who knows how long, and now I'm where I'm at. And it looks like, oh, I'm so great, but man, it was there was a lot of stuff going on. I think salespeople, they get spun out, they 3 months into something, and oh man, this ain't working out. It's like, yeah, you've been doing this for 3 months, and your mindset's crap, and your sales process ain't the greatest, and you're barely following it, and you're not really working that hard, and you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, it just is like, woe is me, the world's crashing down, and it's like, there's someone in the exact same position you are, probably in the exact same company, absolutely killing it. And it's not easy for them either. They're going through all the same things you're going through. They just don't express it maybe in the same ways, or don't think about it as much.
Yeah, I think you're right on the nail on that one. And you know what? We're 18 and a half minutes in. And so that right there, that bit of training, that bit of like just communication from us, I think that's enough for any salesperson or business owner, entrepreneur in the world to go make more money. If you just break down that last 18 minutes. And so I kind of want to transition over into.
What are we gonna talk about? Wildfires, UFOs.
Well, number one, like kind of stuff like that. But first and foremost, man, it's been a while since you've been on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. 2025 is the resurrection.
Is the resurrection of the Uncloser podcast. I've been trying to keep her steady. Been uploading to YouTube, Buzzsprout. Make sure that we got Spotify.
Well, someone's got to do it,
baby. I've been trying to take care of it, man. Big Joey over here. Joey, say what up.
What up?
We got a cameraman now. So
we got serious. A cameraman, dude. He's like, he's Joey Swole. He's like the Jamie of Joe Rogan.
He's got a badass Mustang.
I'm gonna get it. Yeah, he does. Actually, I think I'm gonna get a TV hung up right there on that green wall.
Yeah.
And then just be like, hey Joey, will you pull this up? And just so that we could talk about world events.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to have you tell everybody like what's been new with you.
I don't even know. Everything's new. Every day is new.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I jump on here, it's a new deal. But here's what's new, though. We're growing. A lot of big things are happening in all areas of the universe. I mean, everywhere, dude. I can feel it. But hey, had a baby. I don't think Riker was born the last time we were on, or maybe
Riker's almost a year old.
He's over a year. So kids are popping out.
Last time you were on the podcast?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh my god! Hey, can you guys like put a comment down below or something like that, and like see if like you remember like Ryan ever talking about Riker?
You know what? I hate that question. Hey, what's new? Isn't that like to me that's like a filler question? Like, hey, how's the weather?
It's
right.
It's sunny out. It's sunny and warm.
Like, let's talk about something serious, Jacob.
Well, at the
What's
end of
going
the day, you
on?
haven't been on the podcast in over a year.
They don't care. They don't even know.
I think they care.
They don't. Hey, if you guys care about me, shoot me a follow on Instagram at the Big Ryee, and give me a tag and say, Ryan, we missed you so much. You need to be back on these every single week.
Yeah, tell him that he needs to recommit and rededicate his life.
Yeah, I'm committed. Well, this is the good thing though. We've been so dang busy, man.
Bro.
Schedules packed, traveling. Like, it's just like, and those are all excuses, right? But it's like, we don't get paid to do this. This is just something we do for fun. Yeah, we want to give value. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is just Jacob and Big Ryee.
Yeah, we're just goofing around, trying to help some salespeople.
Yeah, trying to help some salespeople make some money. You know, just go out there, go have some fun. I'm just gonna throw this on the floor.
It's getting hot in here.
Dude, it was freezing ass cold in here when I walked in. I was like, bro, my office is like a solid 80 degrees. I got the space heater ribbon.
Jacob's a fair weather fisherman.
Hell yeah, I am, dude. I'm not trying to sit in the rain and the cold. I'm out.
Yeah, me neither.
I look too good to be cold.
Me neither.
But yeah, dude. So I know you've had Riker. I mean, I kind of already talked about what I've been doing. I was, Canada, which is going to be our 51st state. Yep. That in Greenland.
Yeah, and every person, if you're watching from Canada, let us know what you guys think. But everybody I talk to from Canada is like, hey, this is treason, but yes, we need to become
well, instead of being the 51st state, they'd just be the 51st territory. And so they wouldn't have any sway in any political elections, but they would have the same, they'd have the same currency, like the same socioeconomic status, like the same, like I think they would use the U.S. dollar, so then trade across Canada and United States would be.
I've always wondered, like, from a business standpoint, because, Trump is a business guy, right? From a business standpoint, you take over Canada, what's that add to your just all the resources and all the businesses? There's a lot of big businesses in Canada, dude. There's a lot of resources. Ever been to Canada? It's nothing but trees, bro.
Bro, I've been to every.
But no, I'm saying like real Canada. You were in like
bro, I've been to Vancouver.
Yeah, that's not real
Alberta.
Canada.
Okay, which is the oil field of Canada. So I've been to Edmonton, Calgary, all parts of Alberta. I've been in Toronto. I've been in Quebec. I've been in Saskatchewan. Where else?
It's like if
that's
you
literally almost all
Canada to me is like
is Newfoundland.
Like real Canada to me is like going to like the middle of like Kansas, or going to like
Kansas,
like the middle of that, just like fields and just like just nothing.
Yeah. Have you ever been to here's what
like West Texas?
Go to Edmonton. Okay, drive all the way to Calgary. You're gonna pass through Red Deer. That interstate right there, that's Canada, bub. Well, okay, and
all I'm saying is,
one day I drove
north
all the way
of where
down,
you were, where there ain't cell phone service. That's where you need to be.
It's like inhabitable
for weak people. For strong individuals, it's the place to be.
Why aren't you there?
I can't get into Canada.
Well, you will soon.
I got banned from a Timmy Hortons back in 2019. No, I'm just kidding. I love Canada. But no, seriously, that'd be cool if that happens. I think too, for business and sales, we got a lot going on with this whole, all the political stuff. We ain't got to get into it, but things are changing. This is when you got to wake up and realize, like, hey, there's some opportunities. Some guys are gonna make a lot of money, and some guys are gonna get freaking walloped here in the next 4 years.
Well, let's say it does happen, and there's that merger. Number one, we've just picked up, I think it's like a couple million, like what is it, 300 million square kilometers of landmass.
It's a lot.
Plus with Greenland, I mean, like that's like $28 trillion a year in GDP between the both with natural resources. And so you just got to think, number one, North America, we're just going to call it America. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're taking over Gulf of America.
Do you think do you think the U.S. would ever take over Mexico? No. Because they could if they wanted to, I'm sure.
I think so as well. I just don't believe it.
You ever wondered like why they never did that?
China.
Yeah.
Yeah, China. Mexico has massive China backing when it comes down
to crazy.
Drug trade and
that stuff's so interesting.
And the illicit markets. And so China's a massive producer of fentanyl, which they ship over to Mexico, which then Mexico mules into the United States, which kills, I think fentanyl alone last year killed over 180,000 Americans.
Wow.
And so they're producing it like crazy, and so China is a massive backer of Mexico, and so that's why I don't think that they'd do that. But I do know if the trade between Canada and Greenland happens, then we have a bigger GDP, and then pretty much China would be the biggest economy when it comes compared to China. We'd be one of the biggest countries just based off of land mass. So we're beating in GDP, which is gross domestic products, or gross domestic production. So then we'd beat them in GDP, we'd beat them in land mass, and I think I don't think we'd beat them in population count.
Yeah, Canada doesn't have that many people.
I think Canada has 38 million people, while we have 380 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's disproportionately crazy.
Yeah, Canada got a good deal, man, when they picked up that land. That was a nice little spot of
land. You know
land.
that more Americans live further north than Canadians?
Yep.
Which is
crazy, yeah.
Because most of them live like that Toronto right on the border. Like, dude, like it's like 90 miles is like the average distance from the border to where most of the Canadians live, which is crazy.
It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. Wow.
But I would love to see it. Like, as an American, I think that would be like, how we had like the Industrial Revolution and everything like that. I think the next economic boom would be if we took Canada, made them a territory, took Greenland, made them a territory, which Greenland is doing everything they're super about it as well. And so, like,
crazy.
The people that run Greenland, which it'll be like I don't know if it's like prime minister or president or however.
The Queen.
No, it's not the Queen.
No, the Queen don't run that?
No. So they're not with the Great Britain. They're with Denmark. And so, dude, like, I guess, like, when they go down to, Copenhagen, Sweden, and stuff like that, and, like, they're asking for this help, like, they just tell them, like, hey, go back to your home country. Like, I guess it's, like, it's bad news bears. And so I know the people of Greenland, just based off of, because Donald Trump Jr. and Charlie Kirk were just down there just a couple of days ago. They took Trump Force One, and they were welcomed, like, super massive welcome party. I mean, there's, like, not that many.
That'd be one of probably the biggest things that happened in the 21st century.
I think the main city of Greenland is Nuuk, whatever it is. And so, like, they were super excited to have him there. And I think that if we took that, with just the natural resources, the gas, the lithium, the ores that are inside of the Greenland, and then we had Canada with all of their oil and cattle and every part.
Syrup.
Syrup. That'd be crazy. But then,
all the French toast they got
combine all the GDP. I think it'd be the next economic boom, and a lot of people are gonna make billions of dollars. It'd be ridiculous. So I watch a lot of politics.
Opportunities, baby.
Opportunities.
Everywhere.
Right now, the biggest bankers, financiers, politicians, businessmen, and entrepreneurs are looking for all of the opportunities that are coming up, because I think, like, the guys like Jamie Dimon and the BlackRocks and all of those massive organizations, like the JP Morgans, which is what Jamie Dimon, he's the head of the BlackRocks. All of them, I think that they're looking at all of this and they're foaming at the mouth.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if you're watching this, you better start foaming at the mouth for winning and wake up and realize you're in the best time period probably ever in history for humans.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I think so, right?
I would say, yeah. I mean, what other time period would be better?
Nah, there isn't. People are like, oh, I wish we go back to, like, I love, like, the Make America Great Again, but, like, I really believe, like we have, like, you have iPhones, you have TVs, you have, like, back in the day, like, this is way before your time, but when you wanted to listen to music, Jacob, you had to get a record. You had to put it on a record player. You had to put this little needle down.
A vinyl.
And you just had to listen to the songs. And then you had to listen to all the songs you didn't like.
No, you could skip through.
Well, but still. But you know what I'm saying? You couldn't just, I'm going to go listen to, this particular song. You just had to, like, play it and then, like,
just move the
dude, that sounds horrible. You know what I mean? Now we can just pick up my phone and I can just play, whatever I want right now.
Well, that's what I was talking about with the quicker client experience, direct to consumer.
Yeah, they want that.
Like,
they want speed.
Look at all of those industries. I mean, but, like, with Spotify, like, now you've got every song that's ever been produced ever on your phone.
It's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
Like, how much more can they do?
Tons. Next thing you know, you're gonna have a Neuralink. So I'm gonna have a walkout song in my own head, playing Neuralink.
You know that movie WALL-E? I really believe we're gonna live in a WALL-E type world, dude. We're gonna be flying around on hoverboards. Joey's already halfway there.
Yeah, Joey's so far
WALL-E
intellectually advanced. That kid, love him.
He's like a dang robot. I love it.
Yeah, he's a robot. He's like a you know how they're, like, just, like, chilling in like their chairs and like
Yeah, they're
floating
just
around
like,
and shit. Just
eating.
yeah, dude. That's Joey.
It's happening, dude.
Joey's got Chat GPT where it's like he goes, "Hey, Chat GPT, make me pancakes," and in his kitchen's got a little robot with like a little spatula and stuff. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
His
like
house,
robot mom.
Yeah, dude. His house looks like an Elon Musk
Yeah.
AI robot.
He's living like in storage containers, with like they look really creepy on the outside, but inside just lit. Like it's just perfect.
Dude. It's like the inside of an Apple store, but it's storage container on the outside.
Yeah, it looks freaking crazy.
Joey steps outside. You're just like, bro, you living in tunnels, bro? Like,
Yeah, it's the future, man. You old heads don't get it.
Yeah, dude. He's like, okay, unk. Oh my goodness.
But anyways,
but enough of that. What else, Bubba?
man, what else? Well, I think what I really want to do moving forward with these shows is really get dialed in, obviously on business and sales, but I like having fun with it too, because I feel like, I like having fun, man. I think salespeople, another thing that bothers me in sales is they don't have enough freaking fun. Like you go into some of these businesses and stores, and it's like it's just so dead. There's no music, there's no fun, there's no laughing, it's like they're just all stressed out, and it's like, when I'm stressed out and stuff, I don't perform well. I like being intense and dialed in, but you got to be also having fun with it, because once the fun's not there, it ain't worth doing.
Being stressed out while trying to close deals is like being like freaked out while trying to seal the deal with a lady that you just picked up. You know what I mean? Like it just ain't gonna work.
Yeah, and I think another thing I want to do. We should do a whole show just on dating and how to meet partners.
Absolutely not.
I think that's a good sale. Like Joey, I'm trying to help Joey get a girlfriend, and we need to like do some training on this, because there's no good quality training out there for that, and that's just a sale.
Bro,
getting someone to go on a date with you is a sale. That's it. It's a sale.
I mean,
it's a close.
It is a sale, but like in Joey's case, like we just can't. I mean, there's the unfixables. You know what I mean? Like I can give this guy every word track and every open and every dad
but I
joke.
think there's a lot of young single people, male and female, that want to know that stuff. And I think also in business and in life, the partner which you choose plays a pretty big role in your life. So don't make the mistakes of not getting the right person in your life. You know what I mean? Because I think 2025 also, we're going to see like the families coming back stronger than ever. I think people are going to start realizing like, hey, that's really important. I need to make a lot of money, but I need to take care of my family. I think the health thing's super strong. I mean, for the last 4 or 5 years, everyone's on a health kick, which is great. That's a good habit, a good trend going on.
How do you feel about the cold plunge?
I like cold plunges, but does it help you? I think so. Do you need one in your backyard? It probably helps. I think everyone, at the end of the day, I don't think there's one thing that makes your life great. You know what I mean? Whether you're working out super intense.
One thing that makes your life great.
Yeah. What is it?
Having a bunch of money, son.
Yeah. But you know what? I know most of my most messed up people that I talk to have the most money. It's crazy. And the most brokest people I know, they don't even know any better. Like, they're happy. Sometimes it's almost better not to know what being rich is like, because then you don't even know.
I'm gonna be honest, man. People are like, oh, money can't solve problems. I'm like, no, but it buys solutions.
Yeah. That's right. That's why 2025, we want to help you guys make as much money as possible, live a really healthy and great life with you, your family, take care of everything, take care of your community, take care of your spiritual health, take care of all that stuff, because that's going to be really, really important, because that's how you separate yourself from everybody. Making money is pretty easy.
Let's have a question.
Yeah.
So this bracelet, you got your kids' names on it.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't trust you to pull a pizza out of the oven if I did it for you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have does that allow you to put more brackets in there?
No, actually, maybe. I'm sure you could. I'm kind of split decision on having more kids. I got 3 of them. Part of me wants to have more, because it's like, at some point you're not gonna be able to. And now I've had so many. Well, not so many, but I got 3, so I kind of understand the game a little bit.
Yeah, you're the Kobe Bryant of having kids.
And Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, those are just 2 names that everyone knows. They had almost, I think, 10 kids by the age of 30. Like, or not 10, but very close to it. Like, they had a lot of freaking kids before they're even in their 30s, which is something to say. Why do guys like that have a bunch of kids? I wonder why. I don't know.
Well, having kids is great. You know what I mean? It's just like, some people think of kids as a financial burden, but when you got your finances taken care of, why wouldn't you have
the kids don't cost. People that say, oh, I gotta, like, that's one of the biggest things that, if you're watching this and you're one of the people that are like, oh, it's the holidays, You know, I spent all this money on presents and stuff. You ought to slap yourself in the face. That's the. I hate when people say that. Like, I literally hate when people say that. Like, oh, it's the holidays. Like, you know, the holidays. I'm like, no, I don't know. No, I really don't know, because around the holidays, I work extra hard before the holidays, because it's not like Christmas just all of a sudden pops
Jumps
up out of
out at
nowhere.
ya.
It's like, we know Christmas happens
dude,
on December 25th every year.
It's mid-year. They're like, Christmas is tomorrow.
Yeah, it's snuck up on them, and
Yeah,
it's like
no.
you got to pay all this
It's
money
just-
for presents. It's like, bro,
It's
you
just
knew
poor-
about this
it's
for a
just
whole
poor planning.
But that's, Jake, that's the thing. The people that are saying these things, the reason they're in that position is because they're not planning. It's because they're not planning their business and their life. So if you haven't created a plan for 2025, you need to text us. Do we have our text number, our text line number, or should I just give them my cell phone number?
Give them the cell phone.
Can you shoot me a text? 920. This is my personal iPhone, so don't send me weird stuff like
Send
Joey
them a lot of weird
does.
stuff.
920-676-3008. Text me business plan. I have a one-page business plan. Super simple. I'll just send it to you. It's free. I want you guys to map out your business plan in 2025. And I know this episode, we're already into January. Totally cool. Start having a plan today. If you do not have one, I'm telling you, it'll change your life.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, man. Number one, if you don't blow his phone up, that's absolutely crazy for either my people who are watching.
People
on
are already
YouTube,
blowing my phone up.
People
Look at that.
watching on YouTube, people watching on, or, you know, listening on Spotify, Apple, all of that, getting after it, going crazy. Come on. And so what I'm going to tell you is just like, hey, text that number. Joey,
Please.
make sure you put that on the screen and have it where it's across the entire screen and with the word business plan. And, hey, it's never too late to get a plan. It's never too late to, to, number one, start to just really become intentional. That's all a plan is. It's just becoming intentional, saying like, hey, I want to win. I want to know how to do it, and I want to have like the sequencing to be able to get there. And so stop being a professional winger, okay, who's just showing up every day, day by day. You know, I hate when people are like, I'm like, hey, what you got for the day? They're like, I don't know, I'm just gonna go with the wind. I hate that. God, people saying like, I'm just going with the flow.
Going with the flow.
Going with the flow today. I just want to.
I create my own flow.
Yeah, I just want to take my shoe off and throw it at him.
Yeah.
Mock Jesus. I get so mad.
Just steaming, just ready. I don't want to see Jake get mad. He's ornery. He's like one of those. What's that? What's the Arkansas mascot?
Razorback?
Yeah, you remind me of a razorback. Is that even a real animal? But you know, a little picture of the little razorback, like that's what you remind me of when you get pissed off. It's badass. I like it. I think it's cool.
Dude, there's been you should have been here this morning.
What happened this morning?
I fucking lost it.
Oh man, we got to hear about that off the camera.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna have to be an offline conversation because, dude, I went a little.
You know what we should do too is young closers after dark.
Oh yeah, young closers.
That would be a cool. Where we do something after dark,
Oh,
maybe a
you
live.
know what we need to do? We need to do like have it where Joey over here, and guys, put this in the comments whether or not you want to see this, because I got my downstairs, you know what I mean? And what we can do is we can get mic'd up, play some pool, play some cards, and just talk about some things that are, not just sales and business, but like it's like that when you go there, it's just gonna be like normal conversation. They're gonna be like 2-3 hours long. Get some of the Elliott boys to go play some cards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some poker, some blackjack, and
All in.
Because I got the card table downstairs. I got the pool table downstairs. I mean,
What else you got downstairs? What else is down there?
I have a 10-person movie theater.
Wow.
I have a master bedroom, or I guess you should say a spare master bedroom.
Wow.
And then we got the pool and the hot tub.
Shoo.
The pool and the hot tub are for the young closers after hours.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
But no, you think we should do that?
I think that'd be awesome. Young closers after dark. 18 plus.
Okay, take it easy, bro.
You know what I mean?
This is turning straight.
There might be a couple curse words and stuff. Kids watch this stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, I'm down if it's that. As long as it doesn't turn into a Diddy party, I'm totally cool.
It's not.
Joey, don't shake your head like you're upset that I said no to a Diddy party. My goodness, guys. All right, well, I mean, let's just wrap this up because we just went on a
Hey, shoot me a follow at
shoot
the
me
Big
a
Ryee.
follow.
And Jacob, where can they find you at?
At the Real Young Closer on Instagram. Text Ryan's number, business plan. What's the number?
920-676-3008.
And so, guys, hey, you know where to find us. You know where to text for a business plan. Drop in the comments below if you want to see some conversations that aren't just sales and business, just kind of into the mind of Ryan, because the way that this thing works is it's actually scary. I'm surprised we haven't had an HR complaint. But
Yeah. Well, I think that's on account of we don't have an HR department yet. That's probably why that hasn't happened.
Oh goodness.
When the HR department comes, I might not have a job.
Oh, dude, I'll have you be.
I'll be a freelancer.
Yeah, we'll have you as a freelance off-site virtual guy who has no access to any humans. I'm gonna put you in an admin role.
Oh man, no.
Dude, I'm gonna have you as my virtual appointment setter. Just
there we go.
Through my DMs, you can be scouring my Instagram.
That'd be sweet.
I'll pay your salary, and I'll
great.
say on Saturdays and Sundays you must go fishing. It's in your contract.
Oh man, we can do that. Let's do it. All right,
Sign
love
it
you
up.
guys.
Love
We'll
you
see
guys.
you next time.
Peace out.
And I hit the 4-5 on the west side.